All right. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the brand new studio here in South Carolina, the Snake Pit. Welcome.
Boy, dude.
Yeah. Here
You
with
look
my
like
co-host.
$1,000,000
Here with my co-host, Dakota, out in Georgia. We're not too far from each other anymore.
Dude,
East Coast.
welcome to East Coast time. Welcome to the new Rutledge Dome. Just can't roll that one off. Oh, look at us, new sets. Everything's going to be good. We got a lot of stuff coming up in this episode. Oh, let's get it, dude.
Let's get into it. What's up? Welcome, everybody. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
I miss that sound so much.
So I thought
Rusty!
you got some ratchet ass noises going on. So for everybody to prepare, this is the beginning of season 4. We are back in brand new studios. So if there's a few,
We're
fucking,
still working out the quirks.
I mean, you come here expecting the fuck ups, though, right? I feel like
Yeah,
that's
to give us a little flavor.
Yeah, exactly. So Dakota, in your dope ass new studio, what is the itinerary? What are we talking about tonight?
Oh, dude, we got a big one lined up to guys. Season 4, episode 1. Things to look forward to in this fucking badass episode. We're back. We're going to go over everything we did off season. We got a big move, got some big announcements. We got some big off season topics to go in, driver lineups, new teams. What are we going to get into? Next gen, everything next gen. Oh my God. I mean, I think when we left last season, we were a little nervous, but I think now we got a little something pressing against our zipper. Big things coming in Chairgatin this season.
I think once again you're going to be more optimistic than me, but we'll see.
Probably, but we're going to see what the boys are getting into this year. Some future plans, some maybes, some how-tos, some how-nots, and let's get this thing kicking off, man. How you been?
I've been good. If you can't tell from the shirt, I am now a dirt guy. No more NASCAR. I've given up. So I went to the Chili Bowl and fell in love. And I was like, shit, this is where all those cool NASCAR fans have gone.
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about.
Still alive at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. All the NASCAR fans out there know who I'm talking about. Those cool ass people are at the dirt tracks. And
shout out Colton. Is this what Colton's been talking about the whole time?
Yeah, I had a great time, man. I fell in love. Definitely want to go back to the Chili Bowl. It was awesome. Great time, great people. I mean, it's all inside, first of all. So there's dirt and like methane poisoning galore. I mean,
I always wondered how the ventilation is in that
it's
place.
Terrible. By the way, they have to shut the doors when the cars are actually on the track going because of like noise complaints. So it's just
people outside the building complaining about the cars inside.
Yeah, exactly. You can barely see
world.
when the cars are on the track because there's so much just dirt and you can barely like breathe, and it's awesome. We're all getting high together.
I've seen like videos and pictures of people wearing like dirt bike goggles. And
they do.
Like,
they do.
And everything.
Yes.
The one time when it's appropriate to wear a face mask to keep dirt out of your nose.
I specifically didn't bring a mask because knowing that crowd, I was like, I don't want to get booed in public.
Boo!
Yeah, like that crowd is very anti-mask. And so I didn't bring a mask, but in hindsight, I'm like, shit, I should have brought a fucking mask. It was dirty.
Breathe.
People are wearing like snowboard goggles, like you said. It was wild. The pits are like inside the convention center, and so they keep that open like all night. And so after the race, the drivers will go back, the crew will go back, and people just like party like inside. It's crazy.
It looked like a tailgate, and then like, hey, if you want to go over here, there's some badass dirt track racing. But then if you want to come back over here, you can look at some mechanics and drink beer, or watch mechanics drink beer.
And there's also like a trade show going on. It's crazy.
Yeah,
so like
there's like drivers just like walking around.
Yes. Dude, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, everybody. They're just walking around like normal. And there's booths set up. You know, if you're like into racing, if you want to buy parts while you're there, you can do that. If you want to buy merch, like I did, there's a shit ton of that. I met like Rico.
I wouldn't even known who the driver was, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I like this shirt."
Yeah, I already picked out drivers.
I guess
I was
could have
like,
been
okay,
called a
now
poser.
I'm this guy's like fan just because I was there. So it was a great time, but back at NASCAR. But I am getting into dirt now. I do enjoy it. I understand what everybody's been talking about. I understand the hype.
Yeah, man. There's a big thing starting up here at our local track. I think next weekend. Some of the Sweetwater boys are trying to get me to go. It's one of them flow racing events.
Is
I
it
might try to get out there.
is it midgets,
Yeah,
sprint?
I think so. I think it's like
Okay.
what's wing sprint cars.
Yeah, because the midgets were sick. I've never been to a race and watched midgets actually. I've seen like late models on dirt and they're cool, but the midgets, I was like, oh shit, this is like dirt racing. This was fucking tight. I get it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get dirty with you and check out
Speaking
my fair
of
share of dirt
getting
races.
dirty,
Ooh,
who are we brought to
ah,
you by?
dude. We're bringing them back for round 2, their second season. Joining season 4, our wow, what is that? Brought to you by Yeats Official. Get yours, Chairgatin discount code 10% off. Get your Yeats. You'll be looking blazing this summer. It might get you laid. I don't know, boy, but we might just get some of these cats out to race. Check out the website, eatsofficial.com. They had a bunch of new flavors of shades just dropped last week. They got it going on, man. I mean, I've never, ever felt like I look bad in these bad boys.
If our 10% discount code Chairgatin can't get you laid, then nothing can.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, I got them lined up for you, so you can see some of the different pairs they have. I also got some of these lug nuts that are just worthless now because NASCAR doesn't want them.
Lug nuts? You mean lug nut?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting there. And as usual, brought to you by Yeti. Get your Yeti coolers and keep your nice cold brews cold in your Yeti cooler.
I'll cheers to that.
Oh, wait. I'll double cheers to that. Oh. Man, I mean, I've been keeping myself occupied. I got a new little man cave going on. I think it's we're working out the kinks, but it's I'm feeling froggy down here.
And I feel like the audience doesn't fully appreciate your man cave because that's just a corner of his man cave for everyone. Sorry, I'm looking at the computer because he's down here. I should be doing this.
Yeah.
That's a corner of his man cave. He has like the whole basement set up. It is sick.
Yeah, I mean, if you got me on Snapchat, I've already been blowing your stuff up. I've just been documenting the whole process. It's been super fun, but just looking at my kingdom back here, just like, oh, this is so awesome. Can't wait to have friends over for some races in town. It's gonna be fun, but
I'm gonna have to drive down for something. I'm like 5.5 hours away.
Boy, so. Atlanta 1's in March. You're good to go. Everything.
No, I'm saying I should come down for like a West Coast swing, so we just watch it in your man cave.
That's up to you, big dog.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Right when my wife is having the baby, I'll come down.
Yeah, well, come down before that, and then come down for Atlanta.
Yeah,
and then I'll come over and watch
the races. I'm definitely gonna have to do that. Yeah,
just get away from the kids.
But we are gonna go to something before that.
Speaking of which, we got some things coming up about the Daytona 500. I mean, I feel like everybody's going to this. I keep seeing people like, got my tickets. I'm like, oh shit, I hope I can meet them, or I hope I can see them. Daytona 500 coming up in the pipeline, man. We'll get that in the segment of the show, but God, I know I bitched. I feel like I bitched and complained at the end of last season about how I was just kind of sick of talking about NASCAR.
But yeah, you were.
I needed the break because I'm fucking alive and well, and I am back, and I miss it. I miss this. I miss talking to you every week. I'm texting you like, hey man, you okay? You alive? And you're like, yeah, I'm busy.
Well, okay. To be fair, I have been pretty busy. I've been traveling with work.
Yeah. You've made some big moves.
I've been going to races even though it's not NASCAR season. Moved into a brand new house, bought my first house. Wife is pregnant.
I'll cheers to that.
Moved across the country. So I've been a little busy, but all during NASCAR off season. So I think I did plan it out perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you own a podcast. Oh, dude. Well, I mean, we should jump right in what we've been kind of not talking about in our hibernation. It seemed like there's been, dominoes have fallen and some big things have happened in the NASCAR world. We got, guys announcing retirements, guys joining to different teams, guys getting contracts, guys getting the boot, new sponsors coming and going. I mean, where do we start?
That's a good question. Where do we start? Oh, obviously we took, more than a couple weeks. We took like a couple months off.
But very good. Much needed.
Much needed. I know we were getting kind of worn out there at the end because
We're
NASCAR's
young
a long season.
go-hards. Young go-hards.
Yeah. Yes. Young. That's still accurate.
That's barely hanging on.
Yeah, NASCAR's a long season. So when we get the break, it is nice to enjoy the break and, go to some dirt races instead. But yeah, I'm so excited to be back, to be honest. I'm looking forward to the season so much. A lot of changes.
Yeah.
A lot of changes going on during this offseason. We'll see how it plays out, obviously.
I feel like this episode is almost like our little preseason. I know it's episode 1, but it's like our preseason thunder to the season coming. I mean, next weekend we're going Busch Clash racing. Racing's back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, should we talk about that? What's going on next weekend?
I was going to throw it out there, the little tease for the fans, that next week's episode would be solely diverted to Busch Clash and Busch Clash history and Bud Shootout history and Sprint Unlimited nonsense. And we could do a whole episode talking about Clashness in preseason and what the hell is a Coliseum. But I mean, we could tip the iceberg here. I mean, we're going racing next week. Cars on track, next gen. What?
I'll say this much. We can talk about that more in the next episode for sure.
Bet.
I am getting, and I don't know if it's just because the season's actually coming up now, but I was really against this decision at first for them to go to the Coliseum. But the closer it's getting, the more I'm just excited for it. I think it's just for racing in general, but I am a little bit more open to this idea.
So I am totally glad racing's back.
Right. I think that's it.
I'm totally glad racing's back. I'm excited to see cars on track. I am. The more I see pictures and the Fox teaser videos of like the little track in the football stadium, it looks sick. I'm very curious of what this pavement is they just whipped up and used. I'm kind of curious, is like rubber going to stick? Is rubber going to lay down? Is there going to be a groove? How much, are these guys going to like go out there and see something you've never seen before? Or is this going to be like, what the fuck? I have seen more ads than I've ever seen in my life watching all this football I've been watching for the Busch Clash in LA Coliseum. Do you ever remember seeing like the Clash? Like, no, it was just like Daytona 500, and there might be a race before that. It's like, dude, they are hyping this up. I love the little logo. It looks good, but I'm on the fence. I feel like this is Bristol dirt all over again. It seems kind of cool. It seems sick, but I'm still like, what if it doesn't work?
It's Bristol dirt big time. That's 100%
what if this is a fucking shit show? Like, what if like nobody can drive, nobody can pass? Like new car, this imaginary track made up. It reminds me of like NASCAR 03, 04, where you could like drive on this made up track through New York. They made up, and it was all imaginary, and there was jumps and stuff. And it's like that's kind of where we're getting. And I keep seeing the idea teased too. Is like, if this is a success, just imagine where else we could go. And I'm like, let's please not start just building imaginary tracks and football stadiums everywhere. Lambeau Field Clash. Like, no, please stop. We're not doing this.
The next move is going to be international.
Yeah, and I've seen people talking about that too.
NASCAR wants to go international. I can almost guarantee it.
Europe, blah blah blah, and I'm like, hey, like.
Europeans make fun of us for watching NASCAR.
Yeah,
I don't think they're interested.
That sound like a success. Go to the Mexico City road course. I
was going to say maybe Australia, because from what I understand, Australia has like rednecks like America does. So I don't know. That could work.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like maybe like tease the water.
Road course racing in Australia.
Here's my biggest thing too: is with this Coliseum idea is like it's in California.
Yep.
You lose me there. I'm not like I wish I was going. I'm kind of like, yeah, that seems cool. I'm gonna watch that on TV. Like, I'm not flying to California, nor do I want to. But that's just in my opinion.
Are they requiring vaccine mandates or whatever, the vaccine passport
stuff? I don't even know. I don't want to get
because canceled. If they are
started the season, I'm not trying to get canceled.
No, I'm just pointing out something. If they are, you're losing a lot of NASCAR fans right off the bat.
A lot of NASCAR fans probably, and you're also like I don't know, man. And California can't make up their mind what the hell they're doing with their life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I heard, teases about the Super Bowl maybe not being in California. So hopefully they get this shit in the show, and
Because
we'll figure it out.
obviously we're not fucking the news. We're not scientists. We don't know
Yeah.
anything.
This
But
is not your
I have
New
heard
York
like the CDC has like said you don't have to do that shit anymore. So maybe California is like, all right, fuck it, we won't. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're
If you
still
want
playing imagination land over there.
if you want the NASCAR crowd, you need to remove COVID restrictions. That's granted. I think they're not going for the NASCAR crowd on this one. That's why they're going to LA. So
Yeah, I feel like they always tease this like secret market, like let's bring NASCAR where people haven't
this
seen
hidden
NASCAR.
market that exists
Yeah, you'll
somewhere
have
out
2
there.
tracks in the state, by the way.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, short track to the West Coast, and it's like, okay, all right. Like I'll go along, but I'm like keeping one eye open.
No,
But,
now
hey,
California has like more races per year than a lot of other states for NASCAR. Like Texas just now got their second NASCAR track.
yeah,
And that's
hey,
Texas.
salute.
So California has had plenty of time to prove that they have a diehard NASCAR fan base. That's
And one of them they're gonna tear down. I'm psyched about that, and that's a whole nother episode. I mean, if that happens, whatever. And Sonoma is like a dying old man who you're like, wow, like we love Grandpa, but it was time. Like I feel that Sonoma. Tony Stewart-esque last win was cool, but when was the last time a Sonoma race got you on the edge of your seat?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, we're going back to the old shortstop. We're taking the carousel out. Yeah, the carousel was a bad idea when y'all announced it. I don't know why they did that.
I will say from what I heard at the Chili Bowl and the people I met, there's a lot of race fans in California. A lot of the people at the Chili Bowl were from California, but they hate NASCAR. They're big dirt guys, short track guys, hate
and them
NASCAR.
Comments are popping off.
In NASCAR, they walked away a long time ago out in California. So they do have race fans there, but they just got to get them back.
I saw their like ticket sales are through the roof or something. I've seen stuff where people are posting like, "Hey, like going to California." Shout out Ian. Going to California. Can't wait to go to the Clash. And I'm like, you're flying to the fucking Clash? Like what? Like seriously? But I'm like, hey, more power to you if you could go. But I'd rather just Rusty. I'd rather just kind of go to like Daytona 500 or every other East Coast track.
Comments are popping off. See, this is the new setup. I'm looking at the camera. I'm not able to like keep up with these comments, but yeah, they are just.
I just felt like you were just being a dick or something.
I wasn't. I like to put up the comments.
People are popping off. They are so excited. Chairgatin's back. Season 4. They missed it. They needed this in their veins. I'm surprised our number 1 commenter hasn't done it. I'm sure he's in a race or something. He's always.
I do want to mention something. While Rusty is watching, big shout out. Hung out with Rusty at the Chili Bowl. Great fucking time. I already talked about the Chili Bowl. I won't spend the whole episode talking about it. But we are about to be doing a giveaway on social media. We're going to be doing a giveaway for.
I like this idea.
Yeah, for NASCAR Ignition on Xbox. We're going to be doing a giveaway for a copy of that. Thanks to
anybody
Rusty.
with an Xbox out there want a copy of NASCAR Next Gen.
And that's thanks to Rusty. He gave me a couple copies at the Chili Bowl, and I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. So
that boy Rusty,
shout out Rusty.
Don't miss. If
he
you
looks
like
out.
NASCAR video games and like you just want to have a good time and have a free game, join the sweepstakes. Ooh, we should. Well, you want to do that on the show or hand that out in person?
Do what? The giveaway?
Giveaway, yeah.
We could announce it on the show, but like do the social media thing like we always do.
Yeah, that'll work good.
And that's
we need to work on doing some Daytona 500 giveaways. We need to get that in the work on some badass
we do.
And their new drops. Oh, but man, I don't know, man. I'm excited for racing to come back. I'm like, I feel like we should jump into some of this hot news. We're kind of behind the 8 ball here. Like, I'm sure everybody watching this already knows the shit, but at least we can hear our opinion.
Yeah, we're just now catching up.
But I figured we could. Should we talk about paint schemes? Because I mean, there's been some fucking baddies. I have been the ultimate anti-number move placement, but
you have.
God damn, they are dropping some bangers lately.
Are they though?
Yeah, I don't, dude. I am still anti-number placement movement, but fucking 4-team is not missing with some of these paint schemes.
Okay, wait, did you say 14 or the 4-team?
The 4-team The
Okay.
12 car, pretty much all of Penske. They
So
have
I
yet to
was
release a shell scheme. I'm
I
very
was
curious
gonna
what that's.
point out, I'm just like you. I'm super anti number placement. They moved it forward for no fucking reason. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Half the teams haven't even utilized the extra space they got. None of it makes sense.
So big
The
swing
the
and
four
misses.
the
Big
four
swing
car
and
though.
misses.
Once
Dude, the
again,
4 schemes.
Harvick. I don't get it.
Dude.
Like he seems like the biggest dud too. Like I know
Oh
you're a
my
Harvick fan,
God, go to hell.
but in terms of
How
like
dare you? How dare you?
flashy and looking cool, Harvick's the last guy I would expect that from. So the team that he has around him for paint schemes is the best in the biz. Like
Shout
they
out Luke
crush it.
Creative over there, maybe putting some pressure on the boys, making some good schemes.
Exactly. They crush
Man,
it. They
you
crush it.
know-
It's the best.
Oh my God! Look, clearly our fans are drunk. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, Kyle Busch's interstate scheme was fucking sick.
Yeah.
I think the 47 team released a Slim Jim scheme today that was nice, but their other schemes were straight garbage. Yeah, Connor Bunn is high off of beer he smoked.
Look, I think the number placement's stupid, but a couple of them have actually surprised
Dude,
me.
there's been some surprises where I'm like, okay, shit, I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick.
Yeah. And I just won't comment because I'm like so anti number placement that I can't admit it. But yeah, I agree. There's a couple that have been really cool.
I'll die on that hill, however, I'll watch from close and afar.
Well, real close in a couple weeks.
Boy, dude, so like I always do this with races. Like every race, I always go, dude, in 4 weeks I'll be in Daytona. In 3 weeks I'll be in Daytona. Dude, 2 weeks, man, I'll be in Daytona. Fucking next weekend's Daytona, dude. And then I'll be like, fucking Thursday, I'm leaving for Daytona, man. And then before you know it, I'm like, fuck, I'm headed home.
Yep.
And it's like, it just goes by. And I'm super excited. I can't wait. The weeks are flying by, it seems. But man, dude, and this is going to be your first Daytona 500.
This is going to be my first Daytona 500.
Cherry.
Yep.
Oh, man, you are going to fucking love it. And then it's sold out. It is going to be
It
packed.
is sold out. So we've been ripping on NASCAR, but they must be doing something right because it's sold out. I don't know what the deal is.
So I went in 2020 and it was sold out. And that was one of the most electric races I'd ever been to. And, hey, assistant, can you get me one of those things out of the fridge, please? Thank you. Yeah, stat.
Our boy.
So
our boy Dalton's going to be there with us also.
Oh, yeah, Dalton Good in the house, boy. We're going to have to hope he doesn't fall asleep first. Thanks. You just don't get this kind of service on last year's
season.
That.
I do support that. Also, hot take, Atlanta will be one of the worst races this year. Oh, wow.
God. Dude, these are episode worst of, we can talk, jeez, we got so much to talk about. Pocket order.
Well,
what are you doing?
I will say Chairgatin was exclusive to get the Atlanta testing footage.
Dude, hey.
We're the only ones that got that footage, so.
Special inside source reporter. We had an inside horse and got special documentation.
Somebody that just happened to walk in because the gates were open.
Awesome testing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the thing is, I keep seeing stuff too where people are like, it's going to be a super speedway. It's a third super speedway. And I know that's like what they're going for, but like, let's pump the fucking brakes here.
I mean, I guess if Nashville can call themselves a super speedway, then fuck it.
Dude,
why can't we call everything a super speedway?
Nashville and Atlanta will just swap. Atlanta Super Speedway, Nashville Motor Speedway. And, I'm very curious because we're going to have a brand new track and we're going to have a brand new car. We have no fucking idea what is going to happen.
No, seriously. I mean, it's one of the few times I can remember where it's just like, no fucking idea. No idea.
And I'm not going to lie, it looks like they did a banger job with the surface. It looks slick as glass, like just smooth.
From the photos and the videos and stuff, like
it looks good.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm rarely excited about things. I'm usually pretty much a Debbie Downer, but I'm actually really excited about Atlanta.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Like, do you think Atlanta will sell out?
I was telling some friends at work today that didn't give a shit. I was telling them that they're making a huge fucking miss here. So, like, the March race will either be sunny and 75 degrees or it'll be rainy and 30 degrees and miserable. However, the July race, which definitely should be a night race at 110 degrees in Georgia humidity, is not fun to be at a NASCAR race. is going to be ran in the middle of the day. They're like, just make that motherfucker a night race and you will sell it out. So that's my thing too, is like last year, remember the March race was packed. We were so astounded how many people were there. But the July race was like, dude, the stands are empty. This looks terrible.
Right.
So it was fucking 100 degrees outside. Like, hey, I could watch this on AC on my recliner, or I could go and sweat my balls off with mud butt at the NASCAR race.
Well, what's funny is like all sports attendance have gone down. And I was talking to my wife. I was talking to my wife about this recently, because we were talking about how, like, was it Bally's or Bailey's or whatever bought FS1, and I was having to explain like regional sports channels on cable, and I was like, I mean, growing up, you couldn't just NASCAR is a little different, but like for a lot of sports, you couldn't just watch whatever game you wanted. You had to like watch whatever they were just offering to you. And so that's why I was like, streaming has changed the game for sports. Like attendance is just going to go down around the board just because everyone can stream anything now. So we have to just kind of acknowledge that and know that if you're going to build something new, you're going to need to take stands out. You're going to have to take some seating away. People aren't attending things like they used to. I mean, we're going to show up, but it's just not the same as it used to be.
Our number one fan always tells me, Nathan always says,
where the fuck is Nathan?
I was wondering. I literally texted him and said, where's our fucking number one fan? Nathan always says, I can watch the fucking race from my cell phone on a boat on the lake.
Yep, that's a great point. You can be fishing and watch the race. I could
be fishing on the lake and watch the race on my phone. Or I could spend, $200 to $500 to $1,000 on a whole fucking weekend trip to take the wife and kids to a miserable hot race that's sold out of water. Or, it's like,
honestly.
Or I could just, go fishing for free and watch it on my phone.
And just put it on and watch it while I'm not doing much.
As time evolves, back in the day, the only way to, be there and see it was to go. Mm-hmm. Other than that, you watched on TV or
and if you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah.
You just hope that like ESPN that night had some highlights or something. That's how it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you find out later on, Sports Center.
Right. Times have changed. That's not how it is anymore.
It's 2022, motherfucker.
Here's a great question though. Does Fox have a rebound year?
Dude, this is something we didn't have on the itinerary, but we'll take the special guest.
I do like that.
Honestly, season 4, we need to get Connor on the show.
Good I'm already liking Connor's
Connor Bunn is a savage. He will drop. He is ice cold takes for days.
I like the questions he's presenting.
My boy C-Bun. We need to get him to the Daytona 500. C-Bun at the Daytona 500. But, dude, so Fox announced, they're going to have Tony Stewart on for the Busch Clash and the Daytona 500.
Huge pickup.
That is going to be fucking awesome. I was kind of like, oh shit, I'm going to be at Daytona 500. I won't be able to watch that. But then I was like, oh, well, he'll at least do the Clash. I'll see that.
I'll tell you
what.
From a person during this offseason that's been involved in a lot of dirt racing stuff.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of people, in the dirt racing community. They fucking love Tony Stewart. I mean, for obvious reasons. He's like
the Michael Jordan of dirt racing.
He's like God of dirt, and then Kyle Larson's like Jesus. And so he runs dirt racing, and a lot of these dirt racing fans were NASCAR fans. And they specifically have kind of given up on NASCAR, but they fucking love Tony Stewart. So for Fox to get a guy like Tony, it might pique the interest of some old fans that have given up on NASCAR. Honestly, it really might. There's some fans out there that just love Tony Stewart. They just love smoke. Whatever he does, they don't care. Him in the booth, I actually think could bring some people in.
Yeah, I mean, that is also true. And then I saw Fox is going to do this revolving guest announcer. And it was almost like, okay, that sounds cool. But then I was like, so y'all just couldn't find anybody. And y'all were like, we're just going to have a third rotating guy. We're going to invite Xfinity drivers up and fucking Larry Mack and Michael Waltrip and shit.
It's not a bad idea. But...
No, it'll keep each race almost I want to see how he does in the booth.
But the problem with that is they still have Clint Boyer, who's not bad, but if you're gonna have a rotation, you need 2 stable guys. Clint Boyer's not a stable guy. He's like the comic relief. It's just
a lot of people hate Mike Joy. I love Mike Joy.
How do you hate Mike Joy?
I don't know. I've
Mike
seen people
Joy.
say they hate him.
Oh, that's ridiculous. He's the
Mike
best
Joy
at what he
is
does.
the definition of professional to me.
He's the best at what he does.
So
yeah,
super professional, great. Just like when he retires, I'll be like, bravo, Mike Joy.
Yeah.
Thank God DW got out of there when he did. But it's kind of like you need three. There's always been, they were talking, they're going to have Clint and Mike Joy. And I'm like, that is not going to work. Who's going to be the third? I heard about put J-Mac in there, put Mike Joy or Larry McReynolds back in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I feel like this is your opportunity to put somebody new in there. Somebody like who hasn't done it or something.
Well, who?
I know, and I don't know, but then I Tony Stewart, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
right, that was a huge game.
That is going to be a fun Daytona 500 to watch. I just hope with goofy ass Clint Boyer, like Mike Joyce serious, Clint Boyer doing drunken calls, and like, comic relief is appreciated, but you can cross the fucking line, and Clint Boyer does that for me. And it's just like, dude, like, can you be serious for a
he needs to find he needs to find a good balance.
Cars? Yeah. Right. Dude, like Dale Jr. to me is doing it perfect.
Yeah, he does do a really good job.
He just tells it how it is, and like, oh shit, like that's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
Clint Boyer will be like, hold tight, boys.
And he gives you the opinion of the driver, what the driver's thinking, but keeps it professional, but can also loosen up a little bit. Yeah, Junior is kind of the standard if you're new for what you should be trying to do. Clint, I agree. I like that he's lighthearted and doesn't take it too seriously. But he needs to find a balance. He needs to,
So I don't know who they're gonna roll in and out of there because it's like, well, what retired drivers could they pull up? Maybe throw Greg Biffle in there. He doesn't do anything. Put Trevor Bayne in or something. Like maybe even reach out. Like, hey, would you want to some retired?
Hey,
drivers?
Casey Kane, you want to give it a try?
Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson. Would y'all like to hop on for?
Hey,
one
Casey
race?
Kane still drives dirt, by the way.
Yeah, imagine you're watching Bristol Dirt, and they're like, this week's Fox commentator Casey Kane will be in the booth. You're gonna be like, dude, like,
I'll check it out.
I'll check that. Like,
what's that
I'm
motherfucker
gonna watch
on
the race, but Casey Kane's like a little cherry on top.
Yeah. So
I
think Tony Stewart though. I think Tony Stewart could be really good because
I hope Tony drops some
he has
F-bombs or
he has a really dry sense of humor. His sense of humor is busting your balls. Like that's all he's gonna do. Is bust your balls.
You got to hang out with him recently or something. I will not say you did some things with Tony Stewart.
I may or may not have had dinner with Tony Stewart.
Oh. So yeah, big deal. That's just Chairgatin
and his
shit.
wife.
That's what we do around here. Dinners with Tony Stewart.
And take pictures of Jeff Gordon.
Big deal. Just Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon are in
just saying
DMs.
what's up to Jeff Gordon. Yeah. No, my off season has actually been fucking nuts. Like I don't know how else to put it.
Are you making me starting a bitch about my job? Fuck this. I got a new job lined up. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, this is my job here. You can see that. Yeah, dude, no, it's been fucking nuts. But yeah, he's good. I like Tony. I think he'll be good in the booth.
I think he will. I think Fox has been kind of the last couple of years. They're swinging for the fences here. Every year I'll give them some optimism, but we'll see.
I've always said I like Fox. I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is. I liked DW, and I understand that he was
God bless
fallen.
Your heart, sir.
He was fallen. I get it.
He fell in 2007.
But I liked his energy, man. I like what he brought. And so I
yelled at the TV every week because Darryl Waltrip's
I'm the only one that actually liked
Darryl Waltrip's bullshit antics. I never hated Boogity Boogity more. Even as a child, I was like, what the
Are you serious?
I hated that shit. When I was a kid, I was like, this is making NASCAR look so stupid.
Oh, shut up.
Dude,
don't be one of those
10
guys.
Years old, I was like, is this a joke? We're serious. People are at this track holding signs, boogity boogity. And I was like,
yeah, it's fun. It's a little catchphrase.
We look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
We are a bunch of fucking idiots. Are you going to pretend like we're not? Look at this podcast. I'm going to rename this fucking podcast Boogity Boogity Boogity. How about that?
The Boogity Gatin podcast.
Boogity Boogity, let's go Chairgatin.
So we need DW on it.
Boogity 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 boys, let's go Chairgatin.
It sounds a little racist.
It sounds a little, you know what? That's a good take. I'll take that one. I'll take that take.
So fuck DW. He would say shit.
I will never say it.
Junebug's got that little pearl sideways.
I love that shit. Yeah. You know what?
I'm shut the fuck up.
You know what? Fuck his brother. I don't like Michael Waltrip.
Oh, dude, I love Mikey.
Nope, I'm the
Hey, shout out
opposite. I don't
Michael
like
Waltrip
him.
Brewing Co. When we go to Bristol, we're going. The food was phenomenal and the beer was better.
I will give him this. He had some of the best on the track shit. Like he was good down in the field, talking to people, getting ready for the race. Michael
I
Waltrip,
like
I
his
liked
pit road walk. I was always a fan of the pit road
that.
walk.
Yep. Oh,
He'd be like, "Hey,
what fucking
motherfucker!"
what was that? The taco or whatever?
Yeah,
Wasn't that?
threw a taco on Denny's windshield or some
Yeah, it
shit.
spilled on
That
him.
shit was
And they were
slick.
like, "Dude, what the?"
Yeah, what the fuck? The car guy was like, "Dude, that shit I'm about." But DW would be like, he hadn't drove a car in 18 years,
I don't
and
care,
would be
dude.
like, "Yeah, he's got to get up on the wheel
DW
right
can do
here."
whatever the fuck he wants, man.
Fuck DW. I feel like his broadcasting career diminished his driving career. I feel like the driver DW was appreciated. Oh my god.
I'm on it. I'm
Oh
on it.
no. I'm still trying
on
to
it.
you
Thanks, Dalton.
know, figure out what we need to do, get some merch out before the Daytona 500.
You can do that, but I'm doing the boogity boogity boogie. Let's go Chairgatin, boys.
Oh god damn it.
Boogity boogity boogity. Let's go Chairgatin, boys.
It's bad when you say it. That's what it sounds bad.
That's when it sounds racist? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm the whitest motherfucker you can
I
imagine.
mean, we're gonna keep dancing around the topics we're not talking about.
Here's another hot take.
Career, winning 2 races, making the round of 8, ends up leaving RCR. So here's the thing.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
First,
I don't want to hear nothing more about Darrell Watcher.
no, this is Tyler Reddick stuff. First, I will say I've been on Tyler Reddick since he was in Xfinity. I've said he was going to be.
I'm a Tyler Reddick boy.
Yeah, I said I was actually contemplating wearing the Reddick shirt, and I was like, I'll go Chili Bowl.
I need more. I would just need a little more bad boy out of him.
Yeah, he's not going to be that. But
No,
I've always
but I
said
need
that
it.
I thought he was going to be like a star in the Cup
I need
Series.
Tyler Reddick driving with Noah Gregson's personality.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad
That's
point.
my driver.
I agree. I think he is one of the best young drivers for sure. I hope he doesn't leave RCR because I'm an RCR fan and I love Reddick. I want him to stay there. It all depends on how RCR does with this new car. That's what it's going to come down to.
If anybody, they've had the most opportunities with
They
it.
have, yep. And I know NASCAR is trying to make it like not about the car, about the driver. If that's the case, then yeah, I think RCR could really exceed. I think they have had more talent and less equipment for a long time. RCR has talent that comes through that team a lot, and they all leave because the fucking
Reddick
equipment
can drive.
shit.
It's about.
They had Harvick. They had Newman.
To me, it's about putting up when money, like when it's nut up or shut up. Like,
yeah,
you got to capitalize on them big moments. Not once every 5 races you had a breakthrough race or something. I want bring it to the table every fucking race. Like,
yeah, and they
I
don't.
know they can drive,
yeah.
but Reddick, I think Reddick, once he breaks through with that first win, I think it's all up from there. Like, I think that'll maybe break through.
I'm hoping it goes well with RCR. I like him with RCR.
Yeah.
I'd like to see RCR do well. I've always liked RCR. But I also like Reddick, and if that's what's best for him, that he needs to go somewhere else, I'm not gonna be butthurt about it.
One thing they talk about is like this new car is gonna level the playing fields,
right?
And it's like, is it though?
I think Hendrick and Penske have something else to say.
I think somebody's wallets and engineering staff.
Yeah, Mr. Hendrick might disagree with you there.
I think we're probably still gonna see the cream rise to the top. I think maybe, if anything, I do like these cars maybe harder to drive. I think, but from an engineering perspective, the fast teams are still going to find out how to be fast.
Well, I mean, this is a good segue into what driver lineups.
So
we can talk driver lineups.
Let's go out with the big elephant in the room here. Eric Almirola, bless his heart, is finally announcing he is going to hang it up.
I'm pretty sure we called this last season.
I'm calling Smithfield says deuces with Almirola. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'm pretty sure, though, we did call this last season that he would do one more season and then retire. I think we specifically said that.
Time.
It is time for him.
I love the little sweet video he did. Like, I love my kids. I'm a dad. Like, fuck y'all. I loved it. I teared up a little bit. And Eric Almirola.
You dad.
Eric Almirola is a good dude. But
he's a great dude.
Let's be honest. It's time, brother. It's time. Smithfield is running out of fucking money, and let's give it one hoorah. One thing I fucking appreciate with drivers, RIP Ryan Newman. I love when drivers announce preseason like, "Hey, this is it. I'm
I
done."
was just gonna bring up Newman.
Dude,
That's funny. It
I
was the
love it.
first thing I was gonna mention.
I love it. I mean, I know what's coming in 2023.
Right.
I'm just gonna call it now. I know what's coming. And I just want a fucking this
A
is it,
farewell
boys.
tour.
Let's
Yep.
fucking get it. Like
Yep.
I love that. When
Who doesn't love
Johnson
that?
did it, Stewart did it, Junior did
Yep.
it, like because when that happens, to me it's like an honor to the fan, like, hey, this is my last chance you're gonna
Yep.
get to see me. Come see us race.
And we all appreciate it. I'm
Yeah,
not even an
it's
Almirola fan, but like I like the guy. So like when I see him race
if
this
I was an
season,
Edwards
I'm gonna be like,
fan
this is cool,
or a
man.
Newman fan, I'd be like fucking pissed. A Kenseth
Yep.
fan.
It's
Like Kenseth
essentially
was like,
what
hey, I'm done. I might come back a couple races. It's just
I mean,
like,
it's what
dude,
Ryan Newman should have done. Like he should have known the
yeah,
writing was on the
give your
wall. Like
fans
he
the respect. Like that's
right.
how it is to me.
I think Almirola's doing it right. I think he saw the
Yeah.
writing on the wall. I think you're right. I think Smithfield was like, "Hey, man, we're gonna do
Yeah.
one more season and we're gone." And he probably sat down with the team and they're like, "Yeah, that's it,"
And
which I just appreciate.
yeah, I totally reach that as like a hey, and then me just being on bystander Almirola fan is like when my last race this season, whichever one it is, I get to be like,
Who
hey, this
knows?
is the last time I'm gonna see Eric
Yep.
Almirola race, most likely.
Well,
It's like
yeah, who knows? But
so
yeah,
when they throw that, I'm not retiring, I'm just retiring full time. It's like you're done, it's over. But it's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna take this moment in. Like when Jimmy Johnson retired, I went to what was it, Bristol last year, and was like, or what, 2 years ago.
yeah, that was.
I went to the Bristol race and was like, this is the last time I'm gonna see Jimmy Johnson in the 48
Granted,
car.
Almirola is not a Jimmy Johnson.
I know,
I mean,
but the last driver I remember that retired.
yeah, getting to watch Jimmy Johnson
But I
and
soaked
his
it in
season.
in my head. I said, this is the last time I'm going to see Jimmy Johnson race. And I watched the Bristol race. He was just nonchalant there. And it was like, hey, cool, man. Like, that's my last race. I saw
I mean,
Jimmy Johnson.
at least Almirola won a race last year. Maybe he always sneaks in a win here and
Yeah.
there.
I could see him sneaking one in this year. Talladega.
Exactly.
Who cares? We'll go about New Hampshire. He's good there, apparently.
Hey, maybe he'll get the Daytona 500 win.
Now, how cool that he's been close. Several
Exactly.
times.
Yep.
He's had pieces and that's one thing I'm curious about too. I know we're bouncing back and forth, but this next gen car on those super speedways, though, we'll get there. But
yeah, we gotta wait.
This 10 Almirola retiring, it just opens this door for the new deal of Ryan Preece being a part-time Stuart Haas employee, and he's going to race some truck races, some Xfinity races, and part-time cups or whatever. But Almirola leaving to me is just like that is planting the seed that Ryan Preece will be in that 10 car.
You think so?
I would assume. What would you think?
I just don't think he's your guy.
I don't. Now, to me, being us Tony Stewart fans, if I was them, being our ties, Tony Stewart and Bass Pro Shops, I'd be looking to hire that fucking Noah Gragson.
I knew that's where you're going with this.
I'd be looking like, hey, y'all didn't want to get Larson. I fucking told you.
That's
We
true.
need to get Noah
He told
Gragson.
everybody. Yeah.
We need to get Noah Gragson. It's like, hey, the Bass Pro 10 car.
Here's the deal. I think I would just listen to Tony. I don't know if he is saying no or not, but I think I would be like, Tony, who should we put in this fucking car, man?
Yeah.
He knows drivers. He knows who's
I
good.
I personally don't really care for Ryan Preece fit. I don't really care for Ryan Preece. No, he went to his hauler in fucking Darlington and he like nuxed us and it was cool. But
he's a super nice guy. I'm not
nice
trying
guy,
to.
But he's not to me. If you pull Eric Almirola out and you put Ryan Preece in, you're just replacing Eric Almirola with Eric Almirola.
I mean, maybe even I don't want to be a dick because he was nice. It might even be a step down.
Yes. So
okay, old Almirola, like what we've seen the past couple years, not early Almirola.
He's a chance at a couple wins, gets maybe one win a year guy. That's what Ryan Preece is to me.
I don't even see him getting a win though.
Well,
like
I feel like Ryan Preece can drive. He can drive. He just hasn't been in any equipment.
That's true. Well,
I mean, you saw him in the Gibbs car in Xfinity. He was fucking popping off.
Yeah, you know what? That is a good point.
But then they throw a cup car. That's one thing that happens that doesn't get talked about, which I hate. They throw a fucking
shitty cup car.
They throw a shitty cup ride in their face,
and you have to take
over here, cup driver, boy. And all of a sudden, yeah, I'll fucking take it. I'm a cup driver, and you're running 18th. and you're
Right.
fighting for fucking top 30s, and you're 24th in points, and that is all you'll ever be.
That's why I like when I see guys stay in like truck or Xfinity where they just keep killing it and they're getting calls, but they're like, fuck that
I'm
ride.
good, bro. Fuck that shit. Fuck that
I
petty
have a
cash.
lot of respect for dudes that are willing to like turn down shit rides in the Cup Series because it's going to ruin your career.
Yeah. Well, thank God for John Hunter Nemechek saw what was coming and was like, whoa, punt, kick back and punt. Like, hey, let me redo this real quick.
So this is something I also want to bring up.
Go into a soft rebuild and his Custer's seat a little hotter by the end of the year. Damn, dude. C-Bun, we're going to write the...
Yeah, dude. I was actually going to bring up something kind of similar to this. Yeah, what happens to SHR? Honestly, with the last year's performance,
dude, look,
where are they at now?
Okay, see, and here's the thing.
Harvick's going to be gone soon. Will you acknowledge that?
No, 2023 is the final ride. Boy.
That's right. That you've been saying that year for a while, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. 2023, that's fine. What I mean by soon is within like 5 years.
No, 2023 is that.
SHR, I mean, where are they at?
Okay, it's from 2014 to fucking 2020, where they're winning 5+ wins a year, kicking ass. Almost in 2017, 18, all 4 teams got to win. Whatever. And now one season where one car wins and everybody's fucking flipping out. Okay, this goes in circles.
But I agree with you. But they do need to do a soft rebuild. I actually agree with Connor Bunn on here.
I'm very nervous who's in the 4 car.
Almirola is leaving, a guy that can consistently get into the playoffs. I'm not saying he's going to win you a championship, but for a team,
he's a playoff maker.
He's a playoff contender.
He's a 12th to 16th driver.
Yeah, 100%. And your top dog Harvick, who's like your Kyle Busch. He is. Yeah, he'll be leaving soon. And also, no offense, but last season was fucking miserable for him.
It is what it is.
So SHR is going to have to look towards the future. They're going to have to do what Hendricks did and just rebuild and get youth.
You ever see those where they're like 6 years ago, your driver lineup, it was like Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., for Casey Kane. And it was like, dude, that is stacked.
I don't want to have to.
You look at it and you're like, who the fuck are these kids?
I don't want to have to admit this, but my wife and my mother the other night was watching Herbie Fully Loaded with Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
I don't think I've ever seen the full movie, so I didn't really understand.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's like a NASCAR movie. She races that Beetle.
It's at Auto Club or something, right?
Yeah, that Volkswagen Beetle. She races in a NASCAR Cup Series race.
Who approved this?
And
it's a Post Malone video.
And no, but the crazy part is, this is how I'm getting back to it.
Yes.
Is they had all the Hendrick guys in it. Clearly there was like some deal with Hendrick or something. And you just see like, you see Jimmy Johnson, you see Jeff Gordon, you see Dale Jr. Like, it was just like, holy shit, man. Also, because it was,
what a time to be alive.
I think it was like a 2005 season. So either way, the lineup back then was just fucking stellar. It made me bummed, honestly,
oh my God,
with what we have now.
Man, yeah, I mean, that's another thing. So, of course, me and everyone else will probably assume, put Ryan Preece in the 10 car because you've already kind of signed him to a part-time contract. That would make sense. But then, like Connor Bunn said, or Cole Custer, how long are we going to put up with this? Is Cole Custer going to be Clint Boyer? One win every 3 or 4 years? How long are y'all going to pay for that? So how long is the 41 car taking? But his dad or whoever's, works for Stuart Haas or something. I think that's how that works.
Right. But, I think there's a lot of that kind of thing.
It's a Paul Menard situation. But, oh gosh, this beer's. But,
did you just fart?
No, that was Bert. So who goes to the 10 car? I'm going to assume Ryan Preece. But hell, next year, we got Xfinity drivers coming up. Also, who would be a good candidate for the 4 car? And if you fucking dare say Haley Deegan with Ford Alliance, I'm going to throw this laptop through the fucking wall. Because
Haley
that's
Deegan
all
with
I've
Ford
thought
Alliance.
about. That's all I've thought about is like she's gonna do one more year in trucks and she's gonna go Xfinity racing. 1 year Xfinity and the 4-car opens up. Put her in there with Monster on the 4-car. Good God, the money you would make. But I'm
Right.
also like, how fucking dare you? If I get a 4 tattoo on my
How
fucking
dare
arm,
you?
if I get a 4 tattoo on my arm and y'all put Haley Deegan in there, I'm gonna fucking flip out. You know,
You're gonna have
it's
to put
just
another number after it.
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. I don't know what's gonna happen. Ooh. Click on that bad boy. Dude, Connor just might be able to be on the episode. Which scenario is more likely to happen? Both Trackhouse cars make playoffs or both 22?
So we were actually
Ooh,
just about to
damn,
talk about
dude.
new teams.
Yeah, new
We
teams.
were gonna talk new
What?
teams. This is
Kurt
perfect.
Busch in that fucking 45 is looking sexy in these testings.
Yup.
Dude, like I'm usually when drivers swap numbers, I'm kind of like, ah man, I'm still not used to him in that car. I'm used to him in the 1 car. I'm already like Kurt Busch is the 45.
To be fair, Kurt has swapped so much that I
Yeah,
don't. It's just like you
dude.
can't. You follow
I
Kurt, not a number.
I love Kurt though. And shout out our boy Kurt. We ought to
Yep.
get him. Shout
Hey,
out our boy Kurt. Dude,
didn't
love
you
him.
offer him one of his own Monster Energy drinks
No,
at
he
his
offered me
hauler?
one.
No, he did
Oh, I
not.
said,
You
"Do you want
walked
one?"
up and opened up the fridge and just
No, I asked if
yeah,
I could
you
have one
did.
respectfully.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
So
You asked me. You were like, "Should I go up and grab one?" And I was like, "I guess." And I'm pretty sure you opened up the fridge, grabbed us one,
no.
and
I said, "Hey man, I gotta ask. Can I have a Monster?" And he was
I
like,
don't
"Yeah,
think
which
that's
one do
how
you
it
want?"
went.
That
I
is
don't think
exactly
that's
how
how
it went.
it went.
Snake
I
Life, pull up
I
the track. Pull up the
I
video.
remember you offering him one of his own
That is
Monster
not what happened.
Energy
You've been
drinks.
smoking beer. So, anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
let me
already
keep
used to
smoking it.
Kurt in the 45. Love it. I love him over there. One thing people keep saying is like he's gonna mentor Bubba. I'm like, Bubba is Bubba, and Bubba's all Bubba's ever gonna be. I'll say
I
it.
agree.
Hot take.
If you want to mentor Bubba, that should have happened like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
He's
Bubba's
not a kid
Bubba.
anymore.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna go down.
All right,
Bubba.
she's got your back.
Yay, my girl. So. But I say Bubba doesn't get a win this year. I say Kurt does. I could see totally Kurt getting a Talladega win, a Bristol win. He won an Atlanta once win.
It's Kurt.
know,
He's gonna get a win.
It's
They'll
Kurt.
figure it out.
Kurt to me is a 1 to 2 race
Yep.
year guy. He's definitely
Always.
good for one. He's kind of
He's
just
the
been
most
plugging off
consistent motherfucker
the
there
one
is.
win a year. I'm okay with it. However, Trackhouse is just throwing dollar bills, y'all. Pitbull, he don't give a fuck. He is dropping dollar bills, and they are just like, we're gonna buy Ganassi. Who shuts down Chip Ganassi? Hey, shh, just sign the paper. And they just totally bought Chip Ganassi out, and they're making big moves. However, I think I used to really, really hype Ross Chastain. And if I see one more fucking watermelon, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm done with the watermelons. I'm done with all that crap, and it's just childish. And so Ross Chastain to me is gonna just kind of be like a Ricky Stenhouse. Like he's gonna make crazy moves at plate races, and that's all he's gonna do. And but Daniel Suarez, I've never told him.
I will say I am happy that both him and Kurt both were able to find teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
and
it was
kinda
originally
worked for everybody. Like
it was originally like Trackhouse was going to sign Kurt for sure, right? Because their option was Kurt.
There was all that. Kurt was like,
Ross.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right, so it was either
I'm
Kurt
hot
or Ross
shit.
Chastain, and we were all like, okay, well, it's fucking Kurt. Like nothing against Ross
who you gonna
Chastain, but
take?
like you're gonna take Kurt Busch over Ross Chastain any fucking day of the week.
Right.
Even 20 years from now, I'd still take Kurt. I don't care how old he is. That dude knows how to drive anything.
Yeah.
Nothing against Ross Chastain. It's just Kurt's fucking good. And so I'm glad
Kurt is
they
Kurt.
were both able to find their place. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest takeaway for me on that. Daniel Suarez, obviously, he's going to be, the head of that, the face of that with Pitbull and all that stuff.
Yeah. I think
I think that might be the
Daniel Suarez with Pitbull is like fucking Bubba Wallace with Michael Jordan.
Wow, that's a really good point, actually. That's like a really good take. Holy shit.
Call him how I see him.
I think Trackhouse as a 2-car full-time team is maybe the most mediocre 2-car full-time team there
Well,
is
here's
that
the
I can
thing
think of.
too. Daniel Suarez showed some really fucking good runs last year.
He did. He
Everything's
did.
off the table with the new car, but he had his best season last year.
Right. Even when he was in better equipment.
Yeah,
And I
he was
think
a
had better
gift. He was
finishes.
that
I
pure
saw better
Haas.
moves out of him last year than I ever have. And I was like, we talked about this last year. I was like, I'm actually building faith in Daniel Suarez based
Yeah,
on what I've seen.
he's there. I feel like there's we got A, B, and C drivers, and to me,
Yeah.
the C driver, the top C plus drivers, and the B minus drivers are those drivers that are battling for that fucking 14th, the 22nd place.
But they're battling
in
hard
points.
because they don't
They're
have the
battling
equipment.
hard, and they're all the same fucking speed, and they're all swapping
Right.
position every week.
Yep.
So Daniel Suarez is to me a B minus C plus driver. Bubba Wallace is a B minus C plus driver. Ricky Stenhouse is a B minus C plus driver.
Yep.
Never really, maybe good for
Honestly,
a win,
I would put
that win here and there, but
people can say what they want. I would put Bubba at like C to C minus.
oof, yeah. Well,
I'm gonna be honest here. I've
I
never
was giving him a little bit of.
I know I've never
benefit of
thought
the
he
doubt.
was very good. I know people will probably roast me. I think Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is better than him. I think Daniel Suarez is better than him. I think Ross Chastain's better than him. Put them in, but you know what?
Preaching to the choir, my boy.
Take them out of their cup rides and put them in trucks or Xfinity or anything
Yeah.
else. I think they're gonna fucking lap Bubba.
Speaking of cup drivers going to truck racing, Matty D selling his soul to the devil. Oh, does Ryan Blaney lead Penske and wins this year despite not being able to find anybody else wins last 3 years?
It's bound to happen.
I think Ryan Blaney is blossoming, and I think he is going to take the helm. It almost seems like Blaney getting these little wins is like Joey Logano. Shut up. We got a Blaney.
Here's my only concern about that is the new ride. I think we're gonna see drivers who know how to drive excel because they're trying to say that's what their whole idea is with NASCAR right now is they want to see driver talent. They don't want to care about equipment or anything like that. I think Ryan Blaney is blossoming because he's gotten comfortable in his equipment and everything's about to change. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I know Joe Logano can fucking drive.
Yeah. I think Joey Logano is going to be fine.
He might be a piece of shit. Everybody might fucking hate him. The dude can drive.
Yeah,
so
he's a driver boy.
We'll see. I think with the new equipment, if it's what NASCAR's been talking about, I could see actually Joey Logano excelling again and Ryan Blaney maybe plateauing a little bit. I could be wrong, but
Ryan Blaney reminds me exactly like William Byron. Like they're the exact same fucking dude on different teams.
Connor, I'm not fucking putting that comment up there.
I see you, C-Bun, and I agree.
We love it, but I'm not putting it on for obvious
Chubb is real over here. So, to me, William Byron and Ryan Blaney are the same guy. Good for a couple wins, maybe. They're fast as shit, but can't always capitalize on big moments. The moment was bigger than you. You didn't want to be an athlete.
Is he a William Byron or is he an Alex Bowman?
Ooh, no. Well, see, and dude, man,
because he gets wins, and so does Alex Bowman.
So Alex Bowman had the breakthrough year last year, but fucking was irrelevant any other race.
Alex Bowman, he'll be irrelevant, but he'll get wins.
So
right?
William
Byron's consistent.
William Byron leads laps, good finishes. Yep. Alex Bowman shows up when the money's on.
William Byron knows how the point system works, and he fucking plays to it. Alex Bowman's just going out there for a goddamn win.
It's like hold my beer.
And I do respect the shit out of him because I got to watch him at the Chili Bowl. Any NASCAR Cup Series guy that I got to watch at the Chili Bowl.
Going like, I'm going to go dirt racing. Fuck it.
Me and Rusty were right there sitting next to Alex as he was fucking pulling out to go into his, I think he was A-main. He was pulling out and he's like talking to his guys and getting ready. He's in the fire suit. And I was like, respect, dude.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Hey. I mean, I respect it a lot more when I see these Cup guys out there doing local dirt track shit, grassroots stuff.
Mahindra on the 14 car. I think Chase Briscoe is kind of, speaking of Blaney and Byron, Chase Briscoe is just going to get his couple years of groove and he's going to skyrocket and take the helm of Stuart Haas.
You think so?
I think Chase Briscoe has the talent. Cole Custer is like Austin Dillon, no offense. I think Briscoe's got it. Briscoe reminds me of a Byron Blaney Bowman.
I still think Austin Dillon's better than the equipment he's in. I don't care.
I do. I think so too.
Everybody will fucking throw eggs at me for this.
There's not going to be a DEI story with Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon will be in the 3 and retire one day.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree. Speaking of Dillons, Ty Dillon.
Dude, new teams, new cars, new sponsor. We didn't even talk about GMS Petty. What the
Let's
fuck is going
go.
on over there? Is this
That's a whole
real life?
thing.
Is this real life?
We knew something was
GMS
going to happen
Petty,
with Petty,
yeah.
though.
So I forget Eric Jones exists. Honestly, I'm sorry. I know he can kind of drive, but like it's just kind of like he's there, man. Like he's just
I
there.
honestly, for all the drivers, he's one of the guys that I actually do feel bad for. I rip on a
Yeah,
lot of
Eric
people.
Jones reminds me of Ryan Preece.
He seems like a good guy. He seems like he really tries hard.
Yeah.
And like he just kind of keeps getting bumped around.
Yeah,
And
like, hey man, sorry, but no hard feelings, right?
I want to see him succeed. I
Yeah.
like really want to see him do well.
He can drive, but fuck.
Yeah.
So, but Ty Dillon in the 42, I'm kind of curious what goes on there. You know, like what car? I feel like both those cars will be the exact same speed, and both will run 13th to.
They will be
19th.
competing with Trackhouse, I think.
Ditto, dude. They'll be all four just around each other.
Yeah. Which is fun. I mean, you know what? I might buy.
I'll put up with it.
You know what? I might fucking buy some merch from Ty Dillon.
Oh, look at you go, boy. I ain't doing all that shit.
That would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it?
That would be funny. Hey, Austin.
It's like my Daniel Hemrick 8 merch because
Oh my
I
gosh.
saw the writing
The
on the wall
Bass
there.
Pro down here in Macon, in their clearance section, has like 100 Austin Dillon shirts and 100 Ty Dillon shirts with like Bass Pro and True Timber and shit.
What
And
do
I
you-
almost sent you a picture asking if you wanted some.
First of all, you almost sent
It's
me a picture. You should have already bought it for me.
I can totally like
That's the
next
most
time I'm at Bass Pro,
disrespectful
tell
shit
you.
I've heard from you.
It's
in a
like
long time.
old school Austin Dillon Team Realtree shit.
Oh yeah, when he looked like weird because he's still young and he hasn't.
Well,
like,
it's just got like it's like a camo shirt with a number and it says Austin Dillon. That's all it says. Damn,
How have you not bought me this yet?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm really offended.
Ooh. I think Christopher Bell gets more wins than Ox Bowman this year. I think Christopher Bell gets one win this year.
Yeah,
what
I
I'm gonna
disagree. I
say.
think Bowman will get a couple wins.
Damn this. Yeah, I don't know. Those are shoo-in to win New Hampshire. I think Joey Logano's a shoo-in to win New Hampshire. I'll call it now, and if he wins it, we'll go back and get this clip. But who knows, man? I think. How do we feel about Austin Cindric in the 2 car?
How do
I
I
think-
feel about that?
I think he will be like a kind of Blaney-esque, like runs 9th to 15th, and but on the road courses, that motherfucker's gonna eat, and he's gonna go for it.
I mean, it's obviously a downgrade. No offense,
Well,
but like,
I mean, dude, we ain't even got there about fucking RFK fuckers. Damn this cord. Dude, so Austin Cindric, yeah, I said what I said. I think he'll, it's a downgrade, but, there's room to improve.
right?
but
That's the
fuck-
thing. It's always going to be a downgrade when you replace a veteran with a young
Champion.
guy. Yeah, it has to be a downgrade. And
Well, you're
so
replacing
when I
with
say that,
Xfinity champion, so, that's
yeah,
okay.
when I say that, I don't mean like offense. It's just an obvious statement because you're losing a Cup Series champion.
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is. That's not to say I don't think Cindric can do really well there. I'll just have to see. Honestly, I don't know.
So, Brad Keselowski moves to Roush and totally, I think, fires everyone and hires his own people because they're dropping badass paint schemes, badass new sponsors,
Yeah,
badass
seriously.
social media fucking post. And they're just like, hey, we're here to fucking play. And I like everything I'm seeing about this new Roush Fenway.
Well, speaking of sponsors,
Oh.
what about some new sponsors coming and going?
Ooh. Hey, tip of the hat, salute. I saw people crying, shout out Dalton. People crying about M&M's leaving. Do you not? It's $20 million to sponsor a fucking race car a year. Yeah, we're good, dude. Oh, we sponsored them the last 36 years. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I think we paid our dues.
I will say this: it is one of those
It's
staple
bittersweet,
sponsorships.
aw.
Yeah, when we see Miller leave, when you see
it's just hate to see you go, my friend.
exactly, there's certain sponsors that just have iconic paint schemes
Yes.
that when they do leave, you're like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
whoa, what?
even watching this Herbie Fully Loaded, I swear I saw Kyle Busch in like an M&M car or some shit, and I was like, that's like 2005. Like he's been running the candy shit for so long. So
but
I do.
It sucks, but it's like, dude, like this is a business move. Like I get it.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Oh, y'all don't want to sponsor a race car? I understand. It just sucks. Whatever.
I think he's legitimately cried about this. I think Dalton has legitimately cried.
Dalton's heart broke. It shrunk 40 sizes that night. However, I mentioned this when I first saw it. This is a huge opportunity for Rowdy Energy to move up full-time Cup sponsorship. I don't know what kind of dollars they're throwing over there, but the way I'm seeing Rowdy Energy, like put that motherfucker on there.
I wonder if they could get a deal.
Yeah, I mean, they might have
wonder if they could work out a deal there.
Out.
They you know Rico?
Rico Abreu?
The midget that drives midgets.
Wow, bro, I'm gonna stop you right there, and that was totally offensive. They like little people.
I don't know. I actually got to meet him at the Chili Bowl. He's fucking.
Well, did you ask?
No, but he is a cool ass dude. Like straight up.
Seems cool. Have you seen that low rider Chevy he's got?
No.
Oh yeah, I follow him on Instagram. He's got a badass like dually.
Have you seen his dog? His cute ass dog?
Nah, fuck dogs, man.
I got to hang out with this dog. Super cute. No, he's cool as shit, but his midget was all Rowdy Energy.
Oh.
And so they were big in like the dirt scene. They were crushing it.
Rowdy Energy's blowing up.
Yeah, they were crushing it. So I agree. That is a great opportunity for Rowdy Energy to come in.
Dude, speaking of all these new teams, new everything going on, the new car, next gen, NASCAR announces we're doing away with the 550. All us NASCAR fans can rejoice, and we're done with the 550 package. It exists no longer. And they announced that we're going to bump it up to 670 horsepower. I'll admit, I wish it was like 850 to 1,000. I'll agree with that. But I will take your little bullshit call at 670, and I'll allow it. We're getting more horsepower, less downforce. I think that everyone in the NASCAR fandom agrees. And they did. I love how in the testing, everything's being broadcasted. NASCAR's got YouTube page is blowing shit up. And they're showing us like, hey, we're going to try big spoiler, low spoiler. We're going to try shark fin, no shark fin. We're going to try high rise, low rise. They're trying shit. And some
to be fair, they were trying shit last season too, if you remember all their testing. Yeah. They were trying a bunch of shit, and we were all like, hey, at least they're trying. I know when you sent me this itinerary and you said 670, it'll do. And I immediately, out of all the things you sent me, I responded, it'll do. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So,
hey, also, hashtag Dalton Good has the worst sports takes. That's a thing we're trending. Dalton Good said that he's got the worst football takes I've ever heard in my fucking life. Well,
he's a Tennessee Vols
He said
fan.
Tom Brady couldn't come back. He was getting his ass raped and stuff. And Brady came back.
Tom Brady did.
This is Dalton Good talking, not me. So. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, due to my correspondence with Dalton Good, he has the worst sport takes, and I put that on the record. And
he's a Tennessee Vols fan. I mean, obviously, he's not a very
no
smart
way in hell Rowdy Energy comes to Cup. Quote that if fucking Kyle Busch in the next 5 years has a Rowdy Energy scheme.
Oh wow, you're right. He does have terrible takes. Look at this.
You're going to hell. Tom Brady ain't the GOAT.
Tom Brady's going down as the greatest quarterback of all time.
I tried telling everyone.
Wow.
Tom Brady.
That's like in like 95, 96. You know what? Fuck that. That would be like in 2001 saying Michael Jordan isn't that great. That would legitimately be the
Connor
same
Bunn,
thing.
The biggest Michael Jordan hater, would love to comment on that. Dalton Good has the worst
Jordan hater.
That's one thing I've understood. But NASCAR's just dropping that's one thing I've always preached about is what sport do you get constantly daily news dropping? Every day NASCAR's dropping like some little rumor or hint or new rule. Never trust a Tennessee fan. Yep, that is definitely true. Never trust a Tennessee man with a chin strap beard.
Well, all Tennessee fans have chin strap beards. So.
Dude, I'm about to piss my pants. I have to pee so bad. Oh my god. Entertain the group.
You peeing the pants? You're peeing your pants?
I'm about to pee my pants. Go to the next topic. Preseason Thunder. Oh, Daytona testing.
All right, so this I'll talk about the 670 horsepower. I will say when Dakota immediately sent me that and said it'll do, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? This will not do. I do not accept 670 horsepower. I want at least over 700 at bare minimum. This is bullshit." But Dakota kind of has a point. At least they are bumping it up. At least they're acknowledging, hey, 550 was way too low. We need to bump it up a little bit more because clearly the fans are pissed. So clearly they're working on getting it up more. We still have a lot of work to do, obviously, because 670 is not going to cut it. I won't be happy until Cup Series gets back to a horsepower that's higher than a vehicle that I can buy off the lot at the dealership down the road. That's pretty much where I'm at. But if they're going to bump it up a little bit higher with 670, I guess as Dakota puts it, it'll do. Connor, yeah, give me 1,000 horsepower or give me death. That's actually another great shirt. We're coming up with a lot of good shirt ideas right now. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It is better. It is going up. I guess that is a positive. Can't really complain too much about it, although I can always seem to find a way to complain about just about anything.
God, Jesus.
Did you take a piss?
Yeah, I was peeing the whole time, man.
That quick?
That was long as shit. What are you talking about?
What are you talking? That was quick as shit.
Dude,
All right.
I was like, I was peeing the whole time, like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
All right. What,
So did you watch any of the Daytona testing?
a little bit.
Dude,
I've been busy.
Do you remember when you were younger and it was like preseason Thunder?
Yes.
And they were doing like, they would be the gray cars testing and you'd be like, ooh, whoa. And there was no social media. You'd just watch Speed Channel and be like, oh my God, I miss this shit. That's what the Daytona test gave me the vibes of. I was just like fucking testing in January.
Yeah.
Like, give me all this into my bloodstream.
Right.
I love it. I believe they're tested in Phoenix today. I could really give a shit less. I don't care. But Phoenix, whatever, Cowboy spun out or something. The more I see about the next gen, the more I'm like more optimistic about giving this car a chance.
I also think. Okay, I'm trying to think of an analogy. Let's say you go to war, right?
Lord be mercy.
Yeah, you go to war overseas somewhere. You survive. You make it home. And then you see like a 5, right? And in your head, you're thinking it's like a 10 because you've been at war for 3 years. See what I'm saying? I think.
Oh yeah, the first thing.
I think you're thinking, oh, this next gen's looking better and better. It's because we haven't had racing for months.
Yes. Oh shit, I'm getting devil eyes.
Yep. So the second you get a little bit of racing in your system, you're gonna become the Dakota that I know you to be, the piece of shit.
Yes. We're talking about Men at War here, sweetie. Yeah, we ain't seen race cars.
We're talking about Men at War.
And then and then you see the first race car for a second and you're like, oh my God, a race car.
Right. I think that might be what
you're your nipple. Sorry.
You're a man at war right now.
Yes, exactly. The battle. Oh my gosh, it's a full moon in the Rutledge house. But yeah, it's like I haven't seen race cars in like 4 months. What the fuck? Oh, race car. Oh,
that's what I think it is. I think you're like seeing all this stuff and you're like, hey, this next gen's looking good. Let's get a couple races in with this before we really form any opinions.
I can't see it. Like I said, is give me to the Atlanta race. Give me 4 or 5 or 6 races, and then I'll make a decision on what's going on. Like, oh my God, like these are doing good, or we've seen 4 terrible races.
Right. I think that's what we gotta wait for.
Yeah.
But should we wrap up the episode talking about kind of what our plans are coming up?
Yeah, I think we've been going at it for a minute now. Starting to get a little tired. I'm in the pocket. Oh, season 4 is coming fucking wide open, boys. I've had a lot of fun. It feels really good to be back. Big things coming. We got a bunch of races coming up, bunch of big news, big daddies in the house. I don't know what to expect this year. I know we teased a lot about, hey, next year I'm not going to this many races, and I'm already looking down the books like,
Fuck.
fuck.
Well, me
I'm like,
moving to South Carolina didn't help.
yeah, no, it didn't, because I'm like, I know you're probably coming to Atlanta's, and
Right,
I
because
know
now
I'm
we can like meet up.
instead of maybe going to a Darlington, I'm going to both Darlingtons.
You can come stay at my house. This is the guest room.
Exactly, boy.
This is the
Beach trip?
decor for the guest room.
Say
This is what you
what?
get to sleep with. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You got me wanting to get a fucking extra bed in my bedroom.
You need one, yeah.
Yes, that's true. So we can't all be rich and go
Well, I
to
sleep on
Chili
your
Bowl.
fucking couch every time I come visit, so
Excuse you. It's a comfy couch.
it is a comfy ass couch.
Yes. Shout out Snake Wife. You know, man, fucking next in the books, Daytona 500. Can't wait to brush your cherry. It's gonna be magical weekend. I can't fucking wait to just get down there and soak in. I I have little restaurants and bars and rituals I do every time I'm in Daytona where I'm like, I just can't wait to go eat there, or I can't wait to walk in and see the track and sniff the rubber and oil.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me around because I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, and you'll either be like, dude, this is awesome, I love this. Or you're gonna be like, this is Daytona, this sucks.
I'm usually not Nathan. That's a Nathan.
Oh, that is hot take. Since Nathan's on the episode, yeah, Nathan will be like, well, really? Yeah, he's the one to watch out for. Man,
I think I'll have fun.
Listen,
if I'm going
I
to
gotta
a
say,
place,
this is one of our most responsible pre-trip plans, though. We already got tickets. We already got the book stayed. We got
people are
friends
hitting us
coming.
up to stay at the Airbnb because
Yeah,
we were
Dalton's
that far in
coming.
advance.
So, like, we actually were like, hey, we should plan this ahead of time, and we did it. We didn't sit here and be like, hey, we should plan this ahead of time. It's 2 weeks till the race.
No, me and you at Talladega talked about this. We were planning shit out.
And this is how every race should go. I need to go ahead and get my Atlanta ticket set up. That's something I've been telling myself. I need to go ahead and get Vegas set up. I know you'll miss it. But need to go ahead and start getting everything on the ball. This is the
I'm
time
only
of year
missing it because I'm having a child. All right.
I understand. Totally understood. This is the time of year I always preach to my friends when they're like, dude, you got tickets already? What the fuck? I'm like, this is the time of year you go ahead and get that pre-race fucking ticket set up. The farther out you do your pre-race planning, the easier your fucking pre-race.
Yeah, and my thing is with the child on the way, it's hard to buy things out in advance knowing that there's going to be a kid because I don't know how that's going to work.
Understood.
I don't know how that's going to work. It is my first kid. I will say now that I live in South Carolina, I'm looking at obviously like Darlington. I've been to that, but I'm looking at Charlotte.
So
I'm looking
like,
at Bristol.
Can't go, but
I'm looking at Martinsville. I'm looking at Richmond. Go. Yeah, there's so many races now that I'm
and
like.
There's gonna be some where I can't go, and you're gonna be like, I'm thinking about going. I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
There's so many that I'm close enough to where I could just drive up like Saturday and like bring my tent and just be like, I'm here.
Sleep in the back of the truck.
Like 5-hour drive to so many different tracks.
And you're so used to driving 20 hours, 5 hours.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm so used to having to drive across the country to go to any races. I'm looking at tracks now. I'm like, shit, that's only 5 hours away. I'm going to drive up like the day before.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been plenty of we drive up the morning of the race trips.
And I don't want to brag.
Southeast is awesome, man. I don't know what, fuck California.
Southeast I don't want to brag or anything, but I do something for a company, and we might be able to get hot passes at like every fucking race we go to from now on.
I don't want to tease it until it happens.
It may be happening. So I might just be showing up to races, even if it's by myself. I got a hot pass. I'm walking in.
You say that, and I'm coming, boy. I'll do whatever I got to. I'll fly, and I don't want to fly. But yeah, man, big races coming. I know we got at least like 5 or 6 trips already in the books, and there'll probably be more.
Daytona for our audience, Daytona 500 is going to be fucking nuts. Everybody's coming to crash at our Airbnb. Yeah. We're going to have so much content going. I mean, it's going to be a content house. We're just going to be shooting shit the whole time. We're going to
definitely have to have some fucking phone chargers. But yeah, man, Daytona 500 is going to be awesome. Everybody's going to be hanging out. If you see us down there, shout out hanging out with us. Meet us at the bar. We'll buy you a beer. You buy us a beer. Maybe some shots will be partaken. If you see us at the racetrack, say hey, whatever. Daytona's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be so
buy
packed.
us a beer, actually. So I like that. I like that idea.
Yes, buy us a beer.
Buy us beers.
God damn. I can't wait, dude. It's going to be awesome.
For anybody that sees us at Daytona, if you buy us alcohol, we'll have you on the show. It's that simple.
That is a guaranteed ticket on the show.
Yeah. You're getting on the show. For anybody that's wondering, like, how do I get on the show? It's people buy us shit, and that's why we let them on. That's like the only reason. So bios shit.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and pencil in C-Bun. We're gonna get him on an episode soon.
That's right. That's right.
Well, hell, we got episodes coming up. We need to go ahead and get some guests lined up.
Episode 1, man.
Shout out!
Books.
Keep an eye on some race cars. You might see some Chairgatin logos here soon.
That's true. We have maybe some sponsorships coming up.
Woo!
We got guests. We got races. We got
that
new
shit,
studios.
We need to talk about that shit after the show, unless you gotta go eat dinner.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah, Felicia cooked, and like she's up here, like, when are you eating? I'm like,
Yeah. Yep. Same thing.
Yep. Hey, shout out South Carolina. Welcome home.
Hey, let's go, boy.
New
The Dirty
studio,
South.
as broken or in. I'm thinking about making a little bit of adjustments, but it's a good work. It's a good
I like it.
start. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I feel like a grown man down here. It feels good. God, you look good over there, dude.
You
I
look
like
good
the
over there,
setup.
dude.
Boy, this
Keep
is
it up.
awesome.
Keep it up. All right, that's a wrap. I think we crushed episode 1. Season 4, didn't see this coming. Happy to be here. Happy to be with
Fuck
Dakota. Sick ass studios.
Hey, my second season on Chairgatin.
Better than ever.
Dude, this has been awesome.
Better than ever.
I think I joined like officially in March, but we'll get there. Cross that bridge when we get there. But my second season with Chairgatin is just fucking awesome.
That's right.
We're going to the fucking outer space.
Yeah, fuck the moon. We're going to the sun, bitch. We've already been to the moon. We don't need that shit.
Fuck MTV.
All right.
Boy.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for stopping by. And it's gonna be a crazy fucking season, man. Crazy year ahead of us.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, tighten them belts one more time. It's gonna be a wild show. We got big things coming. NASCAR's back, baby.
Chairgatin's back, baby.
back.
2022. We're doing it big.
Love it.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Peace.